All right, Flex Friday is here, and I'm going to get you guys covered with the best prize pick props. Also touch on an update that I made to the cheat sheet. We added in another prop, DFS prop site into the cheat sheet. I'm excited to get into that. So I know I mentioned this in the past, but anytime I don't come out with the video, it's literally because I'm working on something else, like tools wise. And so one quick update that I did is added in the little logo because I have added in Underdog as well. So I'm pretty excited for that because we can find some big edges there. So we're going to go through and do prize picks first here, but it's kind of nice to see the difference there. So like one of the best props that we have here is we can click on, let's say, DeMar DeRozan, and then I also have it set so we can see the Underdog line. So we are getting a great line here on prize picks right now for DeMar DeRozan. We can see on average fared at minus 147.5 to get over 32.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Underdog has already bumped it. That tells us that this is a good prop to use on prize picks. So this is going to be a fun tool to go about using this way. So let's touch on it. And so today's video is going to be much more structured, kind of covering the updates a little bit, but also chasing these favorable bets. It is a Friday. We're going to be chasing these strong favorable bets that we are getting on this Friday. So one, we already have DeMar DeRozan over 32.5 points, rebounds, and assists. That is one that I think that we should be taking. From there, we have, and you guys kind of know my thoughts on this. I don't really like to chase these too much. We're not going to align on Underdog as well, but this is one of the better lines that we're getting hits, runs, RBIs over 1.5 here, and that's fair about a 55% chance to hit. So two pretty favorable bets that we are getting right there. And just for what it's worth, DraftKings Sportsbook has it set here as well at minus 145. So yes, a pretty good prop that we are getting there. And then from there, we are still getting two pretty decent bets that we got Bam over points and assists, 22. It's set there. He's projected to get 23.3. The over is set at 55%. So a pretty good one that we were getting there. And that's going to be true for prize picks and Underdog as well there. So a pretty good prop there. And then we are getting one good NHL prop. Don't have any over and under percents for that just yet. So really, we have DeMar DeRozan. That's going to be a great prop to use on prize picks. I'm fine with that. And then let's see, are we getting any other good bets out there? Let's just sort by over, no vig. That is going to be taking out the juice. These are the best props that we are getting then. And so once again, I don't like to touch on really these props that are 0.5. Just do not chase those. And then all these ones where PrizePicks has it set at 2, that's because the overs or the unders are favored, but we can see the unders aren't favored by that much. These are all basically being favored as pushes. So this is probably the best one that we were getting NHL wise. And in terms of props that are mispriced, this is probably the best one that we're getting. And let's see, probably not getting it for Underdog. Okay, yeah, we're not. So a pretty good prop though. Any under bets? And guys, this should show you just how tight they are with under bets. Like they do not favor any under bets at all. Like we literally never get them here, and we're really not getting them here. So real quickly, I want to get into some Underdogs, see if we got any of those, and then I'm going to show you guys kind of a Flex Friday prop. So just touching on a couple of the best ones that we were getting here. We have Jimmy Butler popping up there as one of the better ones there on Underdog. I'm probably not going to be touching any of these singles props, but that's one that's popping up there. And also Bam points and assists. So some decent ones that are popping up there. Let's just go ahead and get into the best Flex Friday prop. So it does seem like we are going to be forced into making this bet for DeMar DeRozan going against Miami, and I don't love that, especially given the fact that Miami has been a pretty good defense. So, you know, if you choose not to do it, I get it. But at the same time, the sportsbooks are heavily favoring that over. So, you know, we're just kind of take that. And then the Jimmy Butler prop is also one that was kind of standing out rebounds wise, 6.5. That's also interesting. Why are they favoring these? This is strange. I don't know. That's strange. So there is the opportunity to game stack though, based off of the game line. So you could do Jimmy Butler over 6.5 rebounds, DeMar DeRozan over points, rebounds, and assists. And then we also have that Bam prop as well for points and assists. Those are three props that we can take from this game that we are getting favorable odds on from the sports books. Okay, so we can go that route. And then I personally like the other game a little bit more than that. I kind of like this game against OKC. And the tough part about this game against OKC is literally the fact that Rudy Gobert is going to be back. And any center, any big going against the Thunder is going to be highly appealing. Now, personally, for me, I would much rather go with Karl Anthony Towns, possibly even Kyle Anderson as well. But we just haven't seen this lineup that much. You know, McDaniels is out as well. And, you know, Towns is going to be playing a heavy amount of minutes. And so to me, Towns in this matchup should be one that we like, should be one that we are chasing. Like bigs against OKC, that has literally been what we're doing. It's been Thunder, Charlotte, and occasionally Houston. It's going to be tough not to like Towns tonight. And then what do we do with these other two players that kind of had bad nights? We got Jalen Williams had a terrible night and still scored 26.8 fantasy points. And then Ant-Man as well. This number feels too high for him with everyone healthy and active. He had a terrible night as well and still was able to score 31 or 34.1 fantasy. So it is a little bit difficult in that sense. And then, yeah, here's one that's standing out as well. Somewhat. It got a bump. Okay, it did. So Mike Conley, they bumped up to 14.5 points for PrizePicks here for over points. We can see the sportsbooks at 14, they are favoring it at minus 168. So that's about a 55%. At this number at 14.5, it's about a 52.5% chance. Now, if we are trying to run a game stack, to me, it makes sense to include Mike Conley over fantasy points as well. It is also kind of difficult to see that happening. Like if we're doing that prop, then we are probably saying that Ant-Man isn't going to get his fantasy points. And that's kind of the risk reward with that. And then I did just want to call this one as well. This is another one that got a bump. But this would be one on Underdog that you can make. Just looking at it, guys, the Underdog line is still set at 25.5. The sportsbooks are kind of heavily favoring that. So on Underdog, I want to call that out as well. And that's kind of the beauty of this tool, is that we can find props on different sites that we want to make prop bets. PrizePicks has it bumped up to 26, and this is going to be for Kyle Anderson over points, rebounds, and assists. I was looking at this one because it was one that popped a little bit earlier, and I just wanted to see if it was still out there. And obviously, a lot of these were popping while I was doing the updates. So, yeah, that one's not there. Could he still get there? Sure. But once again, this unit, we just haven't seen that much of, and especially in an easy matchup like this. All right, so here are my favorite bets for Flex Friday. These are literally just the best bets that we're getting Vegas-wise. And then two bets that are my favorite kind of just game 3 bets. Towns should be able to go off. And yes, obviously, if Towns doesn't get there, that's probably mean that Rudy Gobert is going off. Could they both get over fantasy score? Yes, but then it's tough to imagine Kyle Anderson and Ant-Man getting there as well. So it's just the tough part about this unit, is that we haven't seen that much of it once again. And then these are just favorable props that we are getting here. And I just, that's part of the game. We're just taking the best bets that we have value-wise. And that's what it is today. But that's all for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want access to the tool, it is $10 a month, and that's going to be included with your membership there. Site membership that includes fantasy golf. And guys, the fantasy golf, oh man, it's been a great run. Pretty much if you've been a 9-to-5 member and you just played the sample lineup thus far this season, you've only lost like 3 times. It's been awesome. But yeah, that's all for today's video. Good luck today. Hopefully I'll have a video earlier tomorrow, but I just get in the zone sometimes with making these updates, and I just want to keep making them. So we'll see. I plan on doing another slight update as well, but hopefully you guys enjoy that. All right, let's have a good slate, and as always, let's keep cashing.